Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Julie, and with the help of my husband Justin, we are full-time resellers. I have a lot of new subscribers after the last video, so I just wanted to introduce ourselves, give you a little background. We've been reselling now for, I guess, like 3¼ years full-time. I am an everything seller. I sell a lot of clothes, but I'll sell anything, and my husband sells weights. Vintage mainly, but modern too, like the weight plates and the dumbbells, and he even sold a curl bar today, you'll see later on. So today's video is just kind of be a ship with me video. We had a slower weekend. We actually shipped out Saturday morning, so these sales are just from like Saturday afternoon until like Sunday night, I think was the last sale I had. I had 2 items that sold on Poshmark, so we can talk about those first. The first one, it's already in a package. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. But it is a, what was it? Villa Milani. Sorry, it's written, I think it's like Villa Milani, something like that. You'll see it on the screen written out. The tag is very small and written in messy cursive. But it's a 2X black like sparkle sweater. I picked it up at the bins for $1.47. It sold for $28 on Poshmark, and we made a $20.93 profit. And then the other thing that sold, I love this. I tried it on. It was just a little too small for me, but it's an Anthropology wool blend jacket. I grabbed this on 99-cent day, which I was shocked. Sold for $42, and we made a $32.61 profit. All right, let's see what sold on eBay. All right, time to pack up the eBay sales. So the first sale was this gorgeous handmade quilt. And the cool part was the person even signed and dated it. It was only a twin size. It would have definitely been worth way more if it would have been, you know, like a full or queen size. We found it at the bins, which we don't have linen pricing at our bins, so we paid by the pound, so it's heavy, so it cost us $6.76, and someone sent me a $60 offer. I think I listed it for $79.99, but I always have a 5% coupon running in my store, so I accepted the $60 offer, and I'll put what the profit was on the bottom of the screen. I'm going to put it in a bag just to weatherproof it, and then let's see. I have 2 different boxing options. We'll see which one it fits in. Yeah, that's a little too tight. I think I'm going to put it in this one. It's just like an awkward shape for no matter what, but yeah, it'll fit in there good. Perfect. All right, up next is a harder one. They are blown glass vintage ornaments. They were free. My neighbor was cleaning out, oh gosh, there was an ornament in there, thank God it didn't break. They were cleaning out her mother's estate, and so they're all different glass balls. So I am going to bubble wrap each one of these individually, put them in a box, and then put them in another box. So I'll probably speed the process up along because it's going to take me a little while. All right, so they're all bubble wrapped and nicely nestled in this box. There's just a couple spots that I'll fill in with these tissue paper they were already wrapped in. Movement is the enemy. All right. Removing the old label from the box. Oops. And the sign that says ornaments. That's for my inventory. All right. So now it's wrapped in this box. Let me see. Possibly this box will work. I had picked one out. Let me see. I have some different options here of like padding. Just trying to encase the box. That seems like that'll work. Now I just need to pad the sides. Let's see what I have. Oh. I have a lot of weird excess bubble wrap and things like that from everybody saving me boxes from all their like holiday shipping. All right, got one side. This might be too much for the other side. I cut a piece off. All right, and then the last piece on the top. Perfect. Nice and safe. All right, up next is one of those sales that kind of haunts you. So we've sold numerous affliction shirts over the years. I'll put the picture of what this one looks like. You know, they normally sell in the $20 to $30 range. So we got this one, and it was reversible. It's kind of, you know, worn, but that's what affliction shirts look like anyway. I was trying to look up comps, but I don't know if any of you guys were struggling. Yesterday, every time I looked something up on eBay, it told me the item was not available. I had to use my phone to like look stuff up, and I prefer to research on the computer. So I was getting quite frustrated. So I didn't seem like it was extremely valuable, so I listed it for $22.99 since it was only a size medium and it was, you know, kind of not in the greatest shape. Sold instantaneously, which sometimes means that you price something too low, but sometimes it just means someone had alerts on and they were interested in it. But then I start receiving messages from people offering to pay me more for it. So definitely undersold it, but we paid, oh, I guess did I not say for the ornaments? I don't know if I did. Sorry. Rewind. Ornaments sold for $50. They were free. And this affliction shirt, we paid 43 cents for at the bins. It sold for $22.99 with the 5% coupon. So it is what it is. Some people do cancel orders in that case, but I have not done that to this point. Maybe if it was something that was like hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars off. I literally don't know what that affliction t-shirt could be worth. No one gave me an exact amount. They just said, I'm willing to pay you way more. So maybe it is worth a couple $100 and I only sold it for 20 something. I'm still walking away with like a $19 profit on it. The next person that was smarter than me can make the profit. I just feel like for my integrity, I don't cancel orders once they've been placed by the customer. Like I said, if it was thousands of dollars, I would possibly have to rethink it. All right, up next are these Hey Dude shoes. I'm getting some paper to stuff them. They're very pretty, sparkly. They were overall pretty clean. They were a bigger size, a women's size 11, but they weigh so little that they can ship for under £1. So because they're going to go in a bag, I'm going to stuff them just so they don't get too smashed. I mean, obviously they're a very soft shoe anyway, but I think it just makes for a nicer presentation. We grab a bag to put these in. Oh my, I just heard a large thud in the garage. Let me make sure he's okay. You okay? All right. He's okay, though he sounded grumpy. Always worries me when he's dealing with weights, because one time he did drop a weight on his toe. It turned very purple. But he also was in flip-flops, packing weights. Like, that is not good. All right, so these dudes were picked up at the bins for $1.16. Dudes have really fallen in value. I listed these, I think, for $20.99. I immediately got like three $15 offers. I countered back $16.49 and someone accepted. So very quick flip. They sold, I think, the next day. All right. Then we have, oh, some plates. These are just tiny, plain white 4 Corelle bread and butter plates. I bought an entire set of Corelle dishes at a garage sale. And I was just individually parting them out. So I've already sold a bunch of pieces from it. These were not worth very much at all. But even though they're breakable, Corelle stuff is just so easy to ship because it's breakable, but it's not breakable. You know, it's not nearly as likely to break as a normal dish. So as I said, I bought these in a big lot. So if I split the lots by the amount, I paid $5 for everything, but apparently I think it came out to being like 6 or 7 lots, something like that. I paid about 80 cents for these, and they sold for only $8.50. Here, I was trying to, was it this box I had for it? I think so. I tried to grab a bunch of boxes before we started, so you didn't have to wait for me to go around and find boxes. So I'm just going to nestle it in crumpled paper and just make sure that it can't move. If this was very breakable china, it would be totally encased in like pillow packs and stuff. But as I said, Corelle is pretty sturdy. I do not remember if I put a sticker on. I'm going to put one on the box. I got that free church pickup where we picked up all the remnants of a church sale. I put it majorly on sale probably about a week ago. I just went through and really marked down like the items that I got for free since I had no money into them, just trying to get things to move. Then someone sent me an offer of $8.65 and I accepted just to move it out of the inventory, and since I got it for free. So it's like a resin material, so it definitely could ship, but it's still pretty sturdy. So I'm just gonna bubble wrap it in the same as the Corelle. I'm gonna put it in a box and just put paper around it. Let me put my thank you sticker on. Clothing item. This was a Chico's, or is a Chico's dress. It's just like a sleeveless, summery, stretchy material dress. I realized it had a stain on it when I got it home, so I priced it way lower. Got it on 99-cent day, and it sold for $11.99. And then this men's, here's the brand. I had never heard of it. Muse. I have literally no idea. There it is. It was sold at Sears apparently, but it was like a big and tall New Tags flannel shirt. I also grabbed this on 99-cent day, and it sold for $18.99 with my 5% coupon. All right, up next is a really great sale, but first I want to give the biggest thank you to Tanya. I woke up the day after my last video premiered, and she sent me a $10, it's like it's supposed to be buy me a coffee, but I use the company Buy Me a Ko-fi to put it on. But she just like thanked me for more or less my content, and it was just such a nice surprise. I never expected, and so I just wanted to give a big thanks to Tanya. All right, up next is some Angelina Ballerina American Girl furniture. You guys might remember I bought a huge lot of Angelina Ballerina American Girl furniture. This is from early 2000s. Does it have, some of it has the date on it. Let me see. Yeah, 2000. I bought it at a church sale for only $10. So at first I put it all together in a huge lot and listed it. I changed the price numerous times, but it was listed for around $400. And I kept having people wanting to buy individual pieces. So eventually I broke it up into lots. So I sold the kitchen table set and the leg broke off of the table on the way there. It sold for like $70, something like that. So she wanted me to give her a partial refund, but she seemed to want a lot. So I just asked her just to send it back and gave her a full refund. So I threw the tables away and I sold the 2 chairs. I think those sold for like 30. And then I sold the dishes that were on the table for another 25 to 30. So made my money back from having to pay the shipping both ways of $7 and still made a profit. So I paid $10 and I think we're going to get, when all said and done, because I have one thing I haven't listed yet. I think it was like 8 listings maybe. So I paid less than $1 for these pieces, and they sold, someone sent me an offer of $100 and I took it. So I guess I'm going to wrap these pieces up in plastic and then just fill the box in with paper. All right. Since last time when I shipped the table that had these thin wooden legs, it broke, even though it was well padded in the package. I'm going to put this little table inside a little box inside this big box just to ensure it arrives safely. So I just sized a box, cut down the sides some. It doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Stuff it with a little of this tissue. I just want it to have some extra protection for those thin wooden spindle legs that are on it. Plus, it'll help fill in some of the voids in the box. So there it all is. I'm going to put a thank you sticker on that box and grab some paper to fill it in. These 3 pairs of Lululemon. One was a very cropped legging, one was like an ankle legging, and one was a long legging. And the cropped ones don't really have much value anymore, and they were a little pilly, so I decided just to put them all together in a lot. We paid, let's see, 26. Oh, no, we paid $2.54 at the bins by weight, and they sold for $26.99. All right, this is a polo. Let me get to my next sheet. Polo Ralph Lauren wool men's sweater. It's funny. I listed it for $29.99, and someone immediately sent me a message. Sorry, I was checking to make sure it was ground since I put the last one in the wrong package. They immediately sent me a message asking if I would go do it for $20. I'm like, it had only been listed for a couple hours, so I was like, no. So I hem-hawed about it, and I wrote back and said, I think $24.99 was the lowest I was willing to go at this time since it was a newly listed item. And they ignored me, and within 10 minutes, someone bought it for full price. So we paid $1.58 at the bins, and it sold for $29.99 with the 5% discount. All right, up next are a pair of these JBU. They look like tooled leather shoes. I've had them listed for a while. We only paid 99 cents for them because we grabbed them at the Salvation Army's 99 cents day. They were a woman's size 10, so someone sent me a $15 offer, and since it was a slow weekend, I just decided to grab it. So 99 cents into 15, not the greatest, but at least it's been moved on. And I will ship this in the priority mail shoebox that you can order at USPS.com for free. All right, this little Chico's, you'll see it on the screen. It's a reversible, just sleeveless tank top. This was bought kind of for full price at a Goodwill. Justin is a veteran, and our Goodwill gives you 25% off, I think, on Tuesdays for veterans. So he went to see if he could find any things, that were of the new tags that were full price. And he ended up picking this up. So he paid $3.74, which is, way more than we normally would pay for a Chico's tank top. I had it listed, I think, for like $32.99, but once again, slow weekend, someone sent me a $25 offer and I took it. All right, this is a J. Jill long, like stretchy, sleeveless maxi dress. Justin grabbed it at the bins. He paid $1.40 and it sold for $26.09. All right, so on the floor here, I have this box of recipe cards. I got a couple. This is the third one, I do believe. Box of recipe cards from my neighbor that was cleaning out their mother's house. Some were worth more than others. There wasn't a lot sold of this one, but I listed it. Someone sent me a $20 offer, and since I had nothing into it, I jumped on it. All right, up next are these OOFOS sandals. They're another thing, kind of like Hey Dudes, that for a while was selling for so much money, but the market's definitely fallen some. Plus, these ones, they kind of just had, I don't know if you could see, it's like a surface crack. It doesn't go all the way through. It's kind of like on the top layer. So, of course, I just disclosed it. They were $1.35 at the bins, and they sold for $24.99. Relatively quickly. I mean, within a day of being listed. So these also, because they're so light, can go ground advantage. So I just stuff them with paper so that they don't get crushed. And bag. All right, and then the last thing is this tiny, where'd it go? Oh, did I put it? There it is. This tiny NFL plastic helmet. I bought a whole tub of every single NFL helmet for $1. So I have pennies into each one of them. It sold for $5.94. All right, now I'm out in the garage with Justin to go over what sold. So the first thing is this kind of rusty looking curl bar.
This is a vintage York curl bar, and you have the numbers on
Yes,
what
hang
it
on.
sold for.
I'm trying to find it on my list. Oh, $71.99. And we normally assign zero cost of goods to bars because when he buys all the weights, they throw the bars in and we just assign all the money to the weights. So that'll be a nice profit. And then over here are 2 orders already packaged up.
There's 2 5-pound plates in here.
Yes, so those ones cost us about $3 and they sold for $13, I do believe. Yes. And then this are
410 Dan Laurie plates.
They cost us about $12 and we sold them for $52. And I just tripped over a weight rack. The dangers of coming out into Justin's garage.
And this will ship UPS, and I'm going to make a custom box for it.
And when I looked it up, the specs you put in when you listed it, it only costs like $13 to ship it. So not too bad. All right. So all the orders have been packaged up. And I decided to add up. I don't always do this, but I added up the cost of goods. So for those, I think, was there like 19 or 20 items on eBay and 2 items on Poshmark? We only spent $41.08, and the total profit was $501.90. So I'm pleased with that. You know, a good profit margin. A bunch of those things we got for free or just paid really cheap for. Honestly, 15 of that $41 was on weights, on those 2 weights that he sold. So my stuff was really cheap. And we shipped out Saturday morning. So, you know, that wasn't even a full weekend of sales. So I'm good with it. Let me know how your sales are going down below. Last year, January was a stellar month for us. I don't know. So far, this January's just been average. So we'll see how it goes. If there's anything you guys want me to discuss in a future video, put it in the comments below. If you're new here and you enjoy the content, I would so appreciate if you subscribe and hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. You know, the YouTube algorithm loves all of that and it just helps my channel along. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.